What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Liddy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you, because that way you become apprised whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Friday was a smash. It was an ultra smash, 8-1 smash, absolute smash, premium Discord smash, sign up below smash. And of course, the lock gets beat by the hook because that was like the theme of last week. But it was still an insane day. Literally came a hook away from a perfect 9-0 card in the premium Discord. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing. They can dance. That was a Beauty and the Beast joke. But you can sign up for that in the video description box below. You can check it out on Twitter. You can ask all the premium Discord subs when you jump in there. They'll be happy to let you know. Sunday wasn't as great, but Mike Conley cashed over 1.5 threes in the first 2 minutes of that Golden State game. Now I'm clinging to this Minnesota ticket. They've got a golden ticket. We have the first time ever Conley, Towns, Gobert, McDaniels, and Anthony Edwards all hanging out on the floor at the same time. Looking forward to my Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a pretty good squad to be rolling out there every day. But I suppose we should talk about this 8-gamer we have coming up here on Monday. How about that? Just like we should talk about getting $365 in bet credits over at Bet365 if you're in the great states of Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, or Virginia. Congratulations, you win. You get an opportunity to slam dunk this offer. You bet $1, so you deposit $10 or more, bet $1, and you're going to get $365 in bet credits, no matter how that bet does. Again, it's $1. Who cares if it loses? You're getting $365 in bet credits. So sign up for that in the video description box below if you have a gambling problem. If you have a gambling problem, just like I have a speaking problem, if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Woof! I tried. I did my best. I'm going to do my best now. 8 games! Let's get to it, shall we? Let's run back Friday. That would be ultra nice. Let's get to the picks. First up is a lopsided little affair. Bucks visiting Pistons. 15.5 points does not require a 17.5 points bet. Real ones know what I'm talking about. But still, a very wonky game from the onset. But hey, how about that Jaden Ivey turnover prop from Friday, eh? Finger guns, that's stupid. But it felt good. Kind of felt bad as I slammed the over on 3.5, and then he proceeded to have a career-high 9 turnovers against the Raptors. Felt good, though. I'm evil like that. But today, no such play here for me, as the minutes are just too high variance with a spread like this. Makes me interested in a few unders, perhaps on the Detroit side. Marvin Bagley's under 23.5 PRA on Caesars, the one that grades out the best for me right now. But I'm just going to lean on it, as I'd like to try and snag a bad number or two. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. It's great content. That's great content that we have going here. Marvin Bagley, under 23.5 PRA. Just leaning that direction. Uh-oh. Mavericks visiting the Pacers. Mavericks on the second half of a back-to-back. And the Mavs, I didn't bet anything on that game, but they lost as 12.5 point favorites in Charlotte on Sunday. I mean, this Kyrie experiment has been an absolute disaster. You know, kind of makes me think. Most Kyrie Irving experiments have been an absolute disaster of late. He goes to Boston, disaster, out in a year. Goes to Brooklyn, disaster, underachievement galore, and he forces his way out. And then Dallas took the bait, and it's really hard to blame them. I mean, Kyrie is a special basketball talent, but somehow everyone around him gets worse, and they play basketball like they've been imprisoned with no chance of parole. And to make matters worse, on Monday, they'll most likely be playing without Luka Doncic, who picked up his 16th tech, which, unless it's rescinded, means he's not playing basketball in this one. I'm sure Mark Cuban is very, very happy with this whole season and how it played out. You should just invite the whole team on Shark Tank and scream at them. Might be therapeutic. As for the Pacers, huge news with Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner's questionable here. You know, they're 2 best players by a mile. Kind of seems important. So a wait-and-see approach on this game is required to make sure Luka's 1 actually out and those techs hold up. And if 2, that was bad counting, 2, if Indy's best 2 players are in or not. But hard to lean Pacers. Well, I'm going to lean Pacers. Hard to not lean Pacers. Don't mind me. I promise I'm here. Ever have the cases of a Mondays on a Sunday night? That's what I got going. It's the Sunday scaries over here. It's like it's pretty scary to watch Dallas play basketball right now. Did anybody see that Luka Doncic press conference? I don't even like playing basketball anymore. It's pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak. Indiana money line. I mean, they're plus 102 without Luka. I mean, I need Halliburton and Turner to play. There's really not a whole lot else to say. Actually, there's always something to say. It's me talking. I think I'm done now. Next game. Enough of this lean crap. It's the Rockets on a back-to-back playing the Knicks in the Garden. And Jalen Brunson questionable matters a lot here. And this time it's a hand issue instead of a foot issue. But hands and shoulders, knees and toes. But he did practice on Sunday, so that's encouraging to me. And I'll just assume he's in unless told otherwise tomorrow. And Houston was without Jae'Sean Tate. Okay, this is a back-to-back for them. And it wouldn't shock me if he sat. A couple of other starters here. Yeah, maybe Alperen Şengün gets the day off. Maybe it's Jalen Green or KPJ, or maybe you have Terry Eason starting and Jabari Smith sits. I have no idea. All I know is that most of them aren't that valuable anyway at this date and time. But at just 12.5 here. Remember, Cleveland closed closer to 13.5, 14 on Sunday. I have to like a prospective play on the Knicks squad that is not the caliber of the Cavs. Not going to say that. But they have been playing some pretty damn good basketball themselves. They're 42-33, 7th in adjusted net rating overall, 5th in adjusted offensive rating. I mean, I do think Brunson plays. I do expect this line to move a point and a half based on that news. So in other words, I want to beat that line. A small like on the 12.5 here sitting on DraftKings and FanDuel as I speak right now. Yes, our first play on the board. Whew, these big spreads. Kind of like it. Not normally, but like it here. Minus 12.5. Go Knicks. Huge time warp. Let's do the time warp again. Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's going to go over a lot of people's heads. But we head to the evening window of games here. We got 5 of them. Going to be a lot of late night hoops. Going to make making this video. Sorry, producer Alicia. Promise we're going to record at some point tomorrow. But I'm going to be watching basketball. But Phoenix visiting Utah. Kevin Durant. Pretty good at basketball. Sounds like he could be back on Wednesday, but this game takes place on Monday, so that doesn't mean diddly squat for the Suns. But they are getting DeAndre Ayton back. That matters for them. First time in a week and a half. Huge upgrade at center over that of Bismack Biyombo, Jock Landale. They're going to welcome him with open arms. A lot of singing, I'm sorry. And for Utah, Lauri Markkanen, questionable, creating another piece of major injury news that would sway this line one way or the other, no doubt about it. The Jazz have had major issues with offensive efficiency their past 2 games against Milwaukee and Sacramento in the absence of King Lauri. I can't see that getting any better against Phoenix here if he's out. Plus, no Jordan Clarkson, no Colin Sexton, lots of minutes for Taylor Horton-Tucker and Chris Dunn. Oh, it's been tough sledding for sure, friends. Just like last game, I like a small play trying to be on the right side of the injury news, only this time I'm leaning towards Markkanen being out ever so slightly. And with Phoenix giving up just 6.5 here, pretty palatable, pretty easy to stomach that spread, and one I'd expect to be closer to 8.5 if the Jazz star is indeed sitting. So, our first 2 plays of the day come on team spreads, not the norm, not something I want to make a habit of, but they're my 2 favorite plays as we wait for props to drop. Prop, lock, and drop it. Prop, lock, and drop it. Phoenix, minus 6.5. Hey. You want a lock for Monday? I'll show you a lock for Monday. It is Bet365, and if you're in the great states of Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, or Virginia, this offer is just for you. The other 46 states, we all hang our heads in shame. We're very sad. But you bet $1. You're going to get $365 in bonus bets, and here's how. You click the link in the video description box below. You deposit $10 or more over at Bet365. Great sportsbook, great odds, great offerings. We're going to be updating some stuff over at OddsShopper so we can fully support everything going on over there. And you're going to get $365 in bonus bets. That is absurd. You want to be betting the Final Four. This Final Four is wild, by the way. Who's looking forward to FAU? San Diego State, UConn. At least I had them in the finals. That was one thing I got right this entire tournament. And they're not even there yet, technically, so there's that. But in the Final Four, go me. Bet365 is giving you $365 in bonus bets that you could fire up on that Final Four, on the NBA all week long, in the Valero Texas Open Streets, in the PGA Streets, by the way. Hit a winner with Sam Burns. That was a beautiful time. Check out the Odd Shopper Golf channel. Oh, I love him so much, but I love this offer even more. $365 in bonus bets, no questions asked. No strings attached. So again, if you're in New Jersey, if you're in Ohio, if you're in Virginia, and you're in Colorado, congratulations. Get $365 in bonus bets right now. It's if you're 21 and over, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, halfway point. Let's get back to the picks. The marquee matchup of the day takes place right here, Sixers-Nuggets. The only two players who could possibly win the MVP, that being Joel Embiid, big favorite now, Nikola Jokic, other guy who has a chance if this were to somehow change. They're going to be dueling at center in this one, or will they? Joel Embiid is actually questionable now for this matchup, and he had some interesting quotes after that shellacking that they took in Phoenix, saying he was tired, and he might be resting here soon, that he needs a night off. He's just trying to duck the MVP. That wouldn't exactly be normal. I don't think that's very Joel Embiid-like either. Was he making excuses for a bad Phoenix spot? They lost in Golden State? Sure. But again, James Harden was out for both of those. No doubt that had to hurt him. James Harden hasn't played ball in over a week now with this Achilles issue. He enters Monday questionable as well. So tons of news pending here. Your two superstars from Philadelphia. If neither are playing, obviously you'll want to be on the Nuggets here at this number. And let's talk that Nuggets side. It's basically just Michael Porter Jr. questionable with a left heel and nothing else. So they're the healthier side. I cannot fathom Joel Embiid wanting to rest here and duck Joker. Maybe he's actually hurt. I have no idea what to make of this, is what I'm getting at. And that's the reason that I'm just steering clear of the atmosphere, overlaying the points with the Nuggets, unless I have it on very good authority that Harden and Embiid will be out. Respect my authority. So as I'm trying to get at here, the best play of this game, I think it's honestly, you know where I'm getting at. Nikola Jokic triple-double. They've been off the card of late. It's hurt my I feel incomplete without it. But he's only had one in the past 6 games, so it's probably okay. But a home duel against Embiid at plus 150 on DraftKings, kind of prefer him not to be dueling Embiid if I'm going to be honest. And Embiid's pretty good at defense, throwing it out there, so I've contemplated that play here at improved odds. I'm thinking about it. That's why it's called the lean. As a refresher, lean, things I'm thinking about, or I need more information, or there's not a line out, or I mean, those are basically the things. Like button, hey, yeah, we're going to bet that for a little bit at least. And then a lock, those are the things you fire up in bulk and you can do it right away. So, Nikola Jokic, triple-double, leaning a little iffy. Let's wait for more news. To Portland, and shout out Portland. Really competitive spot against OKC. Covered nicely for the people who took it. I contemplated it, didn't do it. Oh, it would have been nice to have that one on the card. Plus 10.5 was a lot to be getting against OKC there. But now, Portland going to be hosting New Orleans. New Orleans has a lighter number than you had from OKC. What a time to be alive. And Portland's on a back-to-back. And Trendon Watford got hurt. And there's a lot of things in flux here. I don't know what to make of it. All I know is that I'm closer to liking the 8.5 than what I was before, but let's just talk through some of the injury information first. The Pels, same situation. It's the same old situation. There's been some 80s rock today. I feel good about that. I'm feeling good about that. Nobody gives a shit. I'm sorry. Zion Williamson out. Jose Alvarado out. But Portland, Dame getting shut down. Called that one. Jeremy Grant out. Jurkic out. Simon's out. They're not looking great. And now Trendon Watford, we're going to be waiting on that news. No idea what to make of it. All I know is he didn't come back out in the second half. And I think he's actually decent in basketball. That is a lot of extra minutes for dudes playing on short rest. Not a lot of other guys to be going to on the bench. Nasir Little went berserk. Congrats to North Carolina's finest. Just kidding. He's like North Carolina's 95th. That's probably the right way to say it. But we're going to lean New Orleans Pelicans minus 8.5. Again, I'm closer to liking this than what I was before. Based on new information, I'm watching this Portland game finish up. So just thought I'd point it out there. Just that competitive game. against OKC. They just lost. It's official. They lost by 6. It's a W. Just saying. -8.5. I can't like it yet. I just got it at 9.5. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about this one. Hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist, or in the comment section below, or in the premium Discord. Happy to let you know if I end up firing this one up. I'm so close, Mr. Burns. We head to my Minnesota Timberwolves facing the Sacramento Kings, and I don't really know if I'm interested. I mean, you're sitting there, you're wondering, do I have food on my face? Am I eating? Am I talking too much? Are they talking enough? Am I interested? I'm not really interested. Should I play like I'm interested, but I'm not that interested, but I think she might be interested, but do I want to be interested now that she's not interested? So all of a sudden, I'm starting to get interested. Just wondering, am I going to get hopped up enough to make some bad decisions? Play a game called, you know what, that's Wedding Crashers. Minnesota spread, we don't have it. Sacramento, don't have it. De'Aaron Fox, we're going to be waiting on that news. Does everybody on Minnesota plan the back-to-back? I really doubt Karl Anthony Towns plays. Anthony Edwards, does he play? Probably not. Again, lots of injuries, lots of injury management, lots of issues. So, Sacramento, I'm kind of interested, but I might be interested, but I'm not really sure if I'm interested. So we're going to lean Sacramento while we're waiting, because I'm not sure if I'm interested. And the last game of the night, ho, ho, ho. I'm just saying, everybody, you keep saying you got something for me. I got something for you. Chicago Bulls taking on the Clippers. The LA special, they just whooped up on the Lakers. LeBron James looked really, really bad. I'm just throwing it out there. And then it comes out after the game that he's got an issue. The doctors are saying he's got to get a foot fixed or something. Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday. That was the Wedding Singer. See, we just did Wedding Crashers, Wedding Singer. It all comes full circle. But again, I'm trying to have fun with the information because, again, I have a spreadsheet that tells me what I want to be betting and how I predict things. Takes a lot of time to go through it. It's usually about 5 hours of work to really hammer it out. And then you want to shop lines and you want to get in early. I'm just saying, I'm a little bit surprised that the Bulls are getting 4.5 here based on my modeling. But again, should be closer to 1.5, 2. And why is that? Well, the Clippers, still without Paul George, and the massive question mark, Kawhi Leonard got hit in the face. They said that he's probable, but he had a face contusion. I think the mask might be back. Oh, I was born in the darkness. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask. See, I knew I was going to do it when it wasn't Desmond Bane at some point. I didn't think it was going to be in that moment. That's what we call improv in the business. But I'm looking at the Bulls perfectly healthy. I think everybody plays on this back-to-back. You had Vooch get ejected. He took second half off. He kicked his feet up on Santa Monica Boulevard, had a nice cold drink, got to shower early, felt refreshed in the old LA air. Just had tons of rain, so it's really nice. Whatever. I'm looking at Chicago plus 4.5, and I think this is kind of your lock special. I don't know what the Clippers are trying to accomplish right now. They've had some really wonky rotations. They need to play Terrence Mann more. They have Bones Highland in this rotation. Bones Highland is playing minutes, like meaningful minutes for this basketball team, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Clippers, they're playing on a back-to-back here. Well, not a back-to-back. They played on Saturday, but a day removed. They got whooped by the Pelicans, lost by 21. I don't understand why this line is 4.5. The Bulls are playing legitimately good. Well, kind of good. They've played good when we've needed them to play good. They've also played bad when we needed to. Shout out Sixers matchup. But Chicago, plus 4.5. Lock it up, my friends. So if you want to fade me, have fun laying minus 4.5 on the Clippers. Let me know how that one goes for you. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays for Monday slate. We've got a great week ahead of us. Looking forward to the NBA right before the Final Four on Saturday. Going to be an awesome, awesome week of hoops, that's for sure. But it's especially awesome if you have Bet365. If you're in Colorado, Ohio, Virginia, or New Jersey, congratulations. Take advantage of this offer right now. Bet $1, just $1. Get $365 in bet credits. I had to work on that. That wasn't very good. I'll get better. We've only had this promotion for like weeks now. Haven't had any time to practice, like the whole time to practice. Whatever, I need to leave. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Monday.